Hey everybody, welcome back to yet another Raw Survival Series episode, which brings it to episode number 5. And in this episode, I wanted to touch on the barricades and just this innards of this church. It's looking very bare bones right now, lacking a lot of detail, and I wanted it to look more broken down and just overgrown and just gross looking. And I wanted to add some particles and effects and stuff like that. So we'll see what ends up looking like here after this long and gruesome struggle to add as much detail as possible as I can cram into this little area. And I'll probably always continue to add more bits here and there because that's just the way I am. But yeah, let's go ahead and just check it out. It's gonna be several days that pass by the time that I show what I did. But yeah, let's go ahead and just see what that looks like for you guys, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. It's looking much better in my opinion. This is what I had envisioned originally, something more gray and gross looking, like there's cobwebs, random church items, I probably will add more, like I said, but this is looking much better. You got some cool light rays, and again, guys, this is not shaders. I'm not using any shaders. Everyone will be able to see this once this is public. Like this will work on your phones. It will 100% do everything just fine that you're seeing here. I don't have shaders. I don't have a graphics card, but yeah, these are just particles, guys. These look very cool in my opinion. They add so much to the environment, and I'm like putting like light areas to make it look like it's actually like casting light, and like put invisible blocks below these stairs, because stairs let light through, if you guys didn't know. So I put like these invisible light blocks, or light blockers, I guess you can call them, making it so it's dark, where it should be, and then bright where it should be, you know what I mean? So yeah, guys, that's so much effort just into these little areas. I mean, look at the ground. I mean, I've added so many textures and so many variants for everything. I mean, if you're a fan of details, I mean, you're going to be in heaven, because that's who I am. So I'm going to try and put as much detail and cram as much as possible. And this will still perform very well because all these are blocks, guys. They're not entities. Like, these are just very fancy blocks that I painstakingly made just so just so I don't have to have an excessive amount of entities, because the entities that need to be here and running around are the zombies. So I've got to keep in mind everything has to be blocks for the most part if I can get away with it. Like some things like the barricades, the mystery box, and like wall buys, once I get to that, which is actually the next thing I'm going to go over. I'm going to put a little wall buy right here. But yeah, guys, that's just the fewer entities, the better, because I want to have the maximum amount of zombies I can. And the game just struggles to have a lot of entities regardless of how fancy they are, like they could be super basic, and just having a bunch of them can cause lag. It's unfortunate, but it's a restriction that I'm having to deal with, and hopefully I can pull through for you guys. But yeah, this is looking much better, much more detailed. But yeah, I'll be right back with that wall buy, guys, and let's go ahead and check that out. And we're back, guys. That was quite the challenge, believe it or not. I only showed the time lapse of me just like texturing it and making like the animations and stuff. but a lot more actually went on behind the scenes. You know, I had to consider so many variables, you know, like the multiplayer aspect and testing if the player actually has the gun, how much ammo they have, how much they have in reserve. Like, there's just so many things I have to test for, and many more things that I didn't even state. But yeah, it was a massive headache. This is like probably like a week or two. Yeah, probably like 2 weeks since my last clip. So yeah, this was quite the challenge. And I got a little sidetracked with this front door here. I decided to add another barrier here and make it look all bloody and gross and awesome. I definitely think that looks great. I may change the shape a little bit, add some more things here and there. And same with this room. I still want to add a lot more to this wall. That's obviously not going to stay, that painting there. That's going to be like custom paintings and stuff with like actual like stone frames and like metal frames, rusted things, you know. That's the type of thing I want to add on these walls, you know, stuff like that. Anyways, sorry, I got a little sidetracked there. Back to the gun-addon wall buy here. And I gave myself 5,000 coins. I know obviously this is not what the UI is going to look like. I'm still waiting on my friend to polish that up for me and get the UI settled for me. So a lot of things are still in the working process, guys. Like, it's still not even close, so just gotta bear with me. But yeah, guys, so how COD normally does it, it has like, you know, like a typical chalk outline. I did something similar like that, and when you get close to it, like a text will appear on your like screen as like your UI. Mine's not UI, of course, but it still appears, still kind of cool. So this is attack to buy the gun, cost 500, and it will disappear just like that. See, it just like kind of plays a cool sound and like a little shrink animation. I think that looks pretty good, you know. And it will actually like kind of rotate depending on how close I get. Like, you can kind of see it rotating. You see that there? So yeah, it's pretty nice. And of course, let me just go ahead and buy it. Very cool, very fancy. Actually, you know, it wasn't that fancy, but it looks pretty good in my opinion. I like the text a lot. It changes immediately, so it says attack to buy ammo. And since I just bought it, I have full ammo, so you know, if I try to buy more ammo, it's just gonna say ammo full. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like very cool, very fancy. I'm very happy with it. I mean, like I said, this was a massive headache, so I'm pretty satisfied with how it went. So let me go ahead and just shoot this thing, show you guys just buying some more ammo. So let me shoot like an entire clip here. And the amount of bullets there in reserve, that 100 slot, it's not going to go down. It is being counted, but like I said, I'm still waiting on the UI, guys, so I can't really do much about that right now. But yeah, so I just shot an entire clip, so let me go ahead and just buy some. And it just plays a simple sound, nothing crazy. And same with like, if I go ahead and shoot an entire clip again, and go ahead and buy it when I have, let me shoot an entire clip. Hold on, there we go. Let me reload. Sorry, all over the place. And if I shoot a little bit more, it will actually load that first slot. See how it says 2? And I buy more ammo, just immediately refreshes it. I don't know if COD does that, but I went ahead and did that. Like, I was thinking about like maybe I should have you reload the remaining like rounds left. But like, imagine if like a zombie's like chasing you and you're like just need ammo, and you know what I mean. So I thought the reload was a bit much. I thought, you know, just buy the ammo and you can immediately fire. I thought that was nice, you know. But yeah, guys. And of course, I spent a lot of time making sure the hitbox is pretty, you know, it's pretty accurate. Like, it's like if you can see the outline of the block, like see like the outline. Yeah, I spent a good amount of time even on the hitbox of this thing. And because, you know, like if you don't want to be able to interact with it if you're pressed up against the wall, so it's like really close to the wall, so you can't interact with it at all. Yeah, there were so many things that I had to do. It was such a pain, guys. But yeah, here, hold on. Let me show you guys what it looks like. If I don't have enough coins, so let me go ahead and just make sure I have 0 coins. And I need to get rid of my Mosin. So let me get rid of my Mosin. And see, it just says more coins needed. Let me go ahead and make it back to the default. And see, it will immediately say, it says the same thing. Nothing crazy, guys. Super cool. And like I said, I'm pretty happy with it. I hope you guys are too. But yeah, the first wall buy done. Exciting. Alrighty guys, another thing that I started to work on is some sounds. So let me go ahead and just show you some reverb that I'm trying to mess with. And I'm not saying that these are final by any means. Like I still want to add like footsteps, like when you're in specific areas. Like right now I was just playing like the default Minecraft sounds, and I've made some custom ones for certain things. But yeah, so back to reverbs. So if you listen carefully, let me just stop talking for a second so you guys can actually hear. So let me just fire. Did you hear that? It sounds pretty cool. Sounds a nice little echo in this room, and if you walk in this room, it's another sound. So watch it. It even changes when you look up. Very cool. And of course, this is what it sounds like if I'm outside. The normal sound, as you can see. I'm thinking about all sorts of details, guys. It's getting out of hand, honestly. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I've only done it for the golden-deag and Ep.5 so far. As you can see, I think that sounds pretty cool. I'm not saying that these are final, you know, but I think that's a really cool addition to do, you know? Like, I can't do this in, like, survival gameplay, but when you're making a custom map like this, it makes it pretty easy to add things like that, but it's also a pain to make all those extra sounds, because I want to have different sounds for pretty much every scenario, like every single room. Oh my gosh, yes. So each gun's gonna have like literally like quadruple the amount of gun sounds, just depending on like what room you're in. Yes, I know, I'm insane. I don't know why I'm doing it. I just want to. I think it's really cool. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna do it. I know I said I was gonna work on the barricades, and I have been. I did touch them, and I added more like types. As you can see, there's just more moss and stuff, and the front door is another barricade. But yeah, I'm still working on the zombies walking through this thing, guys. There's so much to do, but they are functioning. I'm not going to show it. Like, they actually move through it and like they break it and move through, and then they attack me once they get through. All that's working. I just have so many animations to make, guys. It's insane. Like, it just takes so much time, honestly. And I know like I didn't show much of me making this stuff, but all this stuff took a good amount of time too, you know, like all these models and textures. I kind of forget to show you guys, like I'm just like making things. I kind of forget to record myself doing things. I have to always like remind myself. I'm working on it. But yeah, guys, more things I want to add to this room. I want to add more types of these chairs, like more variants. So like I want to have a mossy, a broken one, you know, maybe a burnt one, something. And I want to have like more planks around. Like I want to have more of these like laying around, you know. Man, I want to do so much stuff, guys. There's so much more to add and do. Like, I still need to do this entire upper area. Oh man, but yeah, it's getting there, guys. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. I mean, this looks pretty awesome to me. First wall by, a lot of progress, some cool blocks, a lot of details, some sounds. So much goodness, guys. Like I said, it's all about baby steps, and we're getting closer and closer every episode. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it. I hope you have a good one.